What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I know I'm a couple of minutes late. I was driving here, driving home from my grandma's birthday party. So I'm a few minutes late, but this live is to talk about the 6L80 transmission. Um, to give a little more insight, I know that I've been talking to some people in the comments and answering questions in the comments, but I figured that this live video would actually help out more if I talk and interact with everybody live. They got questions about it, to tell you my experiences and what happened and what led to the issue, and to explain about the metal and the oil pan and all of that good stuff, and knowing the difference between needing a rebuild or if it's a valve body issue. So tap on in. If you got any questions, I'm open. I'm here. Let's talk about it. Tap in. Tap in. So I'm gonna go ahead on and get started. If you don't join the live, then you can always go back and watch it. If you subscribe to my channel, you can go back and watch it. Nah, this ain't a trucking vlog tonight. This ain't anything talking about trucking, but this talking about 6L80 transmission issues that I had in this truck right here. That one right there. All right, so the first time I noticed that I was having an issue with the transmission, I stopped, and when I stopped at a red light or anywhere, what's going on, Tiger VR? What's going on? Wilson Chill, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, tap in. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. So I was saying, I'm doing good actually. Just made it home from my grandmother's birthday party, and I said, man, I got to do this live this evening at 7:30. So that's why I'm a couple of minutes late. I almost didn't make it. I almost didn't make it. But I'm here. She turned 77 today. Yep, she turned 77. And of course, it's still warm down here in Mississippi. I don't know nothing about no Drake or Kendrick. I don't really listen to rap. Yeah, man, that's great. That's great. Yep, that's great. So, yeah, this live is to talk about the 6L80 transmission issues that I was having with the vehicle. The first time I noticed that I was having issues with it, when I stopped at a red light. What's good, everybody? Oh boy, I ain't gonna get into that. The first time I stopped at a red light, I felt a bump, and it felt kind of funny. And then when I got ready to take off, it was a hesitation, and then it's like it'll jump in gear, and then it'll go. So it started doing it. I said, man, I wonder is it low in fluid? You know what I'm saying? So I checked the fluid. The fluid wasn't long. The fluid wasn't low. The fluid was kind of dark, but it wasn't low. So the next day it kept doing it. And so finally I went to I called my brother. I was like, "Hey man, dog," I said, I'm having transmission issues. So we took it to the dealership. He was like, "Just go get the TCM reprogrammed to see if it's something to do with that." That wasn't the issue. We changed the torque converter because I was watching on YouTube, which at the time wasn't many videos about that transmission, about those issues with the valve body and the Tecum. One too many videos, so we changed the torque converter. It still did it. So it'll drive like good in the morning time, but it's like as soon as the fluid heat up, man, it'll stop working. So eventually, the check engine light came on. It still took another like 2 weeks before the check engine light came on, and the codes came up there. Appreciate it. The codes came up there, P0700 and P7 something. And when they came up, it was saying that the solenoid was stuck on the transmission. So I said, okay. I called Street Smart Transmissions out of Florida and I gave them the code. And sure enough, the code was the number 2 solenoid was stuck. So they got all my information, my VIN number and everything. And we got it ordered. They sent it. And they shipped it here. It came here in like 3 days. It was like $500 out the door because I ordered it with the programming with it. And so once I did that and got it here, my brother and I, we dropped the pan. We changed the strainer. We pulled the valve body and Tecum out, and we put it in. Oh yeah, appreciate it, man. Steelers, yeah, we Pittsburgh. So my thing is this. In that transmission, you're gonna see some metal. There's a little magnet it's a little round magnet that sits in the bottom of the pan. You will see some metal on that, but it's from just over time and friction. The issue lies with the metal in the transmission when you take the pan down and it's metal everywhere. Like it's gonna look like something grenaded in there. And the problem is with these transmissions is the torque converter. The torque converter will go out in it and it'll send metal through the front pump, and then it'll send it all through the transmission, and it gets all up through the transmission, then it go down in there and mess with gears. But if you take your transmission loose and you take that pan loose at the bottom, and you just see a little metal on the little magnet in the inside, don't be alarmed. The problem comes is when there's a whole bunch of metal, then yeah, you're gonna need a rebuild. So on those 6L80 transmissions, you will need to change your fluid every 150,000 miles. I didn't know that at first. And when I bought that truck, you know what I'm saying, I didn't know that you're supposed to do that. Because my Cadillac, I never changed the fluid in it, I'll be honest. But in these newer trucks, every 150,000 miles, since everything is controlled by those solenoids, you have to change the fluid every 150,000 miles. So to make a long story short, when the valve body and Tecum go out, sometimes your transmission won't throw a code. Sometimes it won't. But the symptoms are hesitation, stop at the light, it feel like somebody bumped your car from 2 miles per hour behind. If you get any of those symptoms right there, it's stuck in gear, won't move. You stop at a red light, it feel like it's trying to take off in a higher gear, and it don't downshift. That's that valve body with those solenoids on it. And for the price of that thing, you may as well just change both of them out, especially if you don't really know too much about the vehicle. And it's over 100,000 miles. I mean, for $500, you can't beat it with fluid and everything. I mean, it'll probably cost a little bit more if you go to a shop, but it didn't cost me that much more because we did it all ourselves. Um, so those were the issues. Um, Street Smart Transmission is very knowledgeable. They're very knowledgeable with the 6L80 transmissions, and I stand behind them. As far as the relearn process, I didn't have to do that. Once we put everything in, I put it in gear, drove down the road in it. It tried to slip in second gear a couple of times, but once the computer picked it up that there was a new valve body in there in Tecum, it started shifting out fine. And I'll be honest, we put that thing in there over a year and some change ago, and the truck is still running fine to this day. I just got off the interstate in it, and it's not missing a beat. So if anybody got any questions, or if anybody watching that want to know anything, feel free to ask me, or we could just chop it up. I mean, I'm an open book. I don't know a whole lot, but I know enough, you know. Hello, how you doing? How you doing today? That's a long time subscriber right there. But yeah, that transmission, remember guys, every 150,000 miles, the fluid needs to be changed. If you do it yourself and you take the pan down, if there's metal everywhere in the pan, you got bigger problems. But if it's a little metal on the magnet, then hey, you know, yeah, you can expect that. What's your view on the rates with freight? Um, I I think freight is going to eventually start to pick up. Somewhat around November. I think after the election, we're going to start to see an increase in freight. I mean, in my 18 years of doing this, um, I've seen this trend before. I seen it in 2008. I seen it in 2014. And yeah, that trend, it's one of those trends that continue to happen. But I think after the election year, freight is going to boom. And now that we got the big seasons coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween, all of those holidays that's coming up here, we're gonna start to see an increase in freight rates. I believe so. Right now, if you got a truck and it's paid for, you got paid for equipment, you can see your way out. And if you don't have paid for equipment, you just got to basically budget a little harder. You know what I mean? Got to cut back, put some money in other places, and just save at this time right now. If it's not important, don't spend money on it, and you'll be okay. So yeah, that's my take on freight. I think that the rates are going to pick up after the election year. I think we're going to start to see some normalcy in it. That's what I believe. That's a good question too. So yeah, guys. Like I say, I just wanted to share my 2 cents on the 6L80 transmission issues. Don't be afraid to do it. Save yourself thousands of dollars. A lot of transmission shops don't know jack crap. They're gonna charge you for rebuilds and all of that crap, and you can spend that for $180, $500 and be riding again. Yeah, I know money tight right now, and hey, you got to do what you got to do. Is it time to buy a truck? Equipment is cheap right now. You can pay cash for a truck. If you got cash saved up, yeah, I would buy right now. I think you can get some good deals on trucks right now. Um, cash trucks is the way to go. The lower your overhead, the more profit you can see. But I would wait. I would wait until um kind of like the end of the year before I buy a truck. That way your rates will be cheaper. Though interest rates are high, banks and finance companies are sitting on a lot of trucks. And we know how the United States economy works. We know that, you know, when things are rough, everybody sell. When things are good, everybody buy. So right now things are rough. If you have a budget in mind to buy a truck, if you have a nice budget, I say a $15,000 truck will make you a lot of money. A good $15,000 truck. Like I say, I've done it, and it works. It works. And some places to check out if you want to get good equipment, like Ryder, like the leasing companies, they're great. Ryder, those places like that, that's where we shop. So yeah, give them a holler, and you can get a good cash truck, and you'll be okay. Financing, yeah, interest rates are high right now. So if you finance, you'll have to put a lot of money down to get a payment that'll suffice the economy right now. Um, Rates are cheap, so you got to save money in any way that you can. Yep, any way that you can. Trying to get some light on it here. It's getting dark here in Mississippi. Garage light just went off. Anybody got any questions for me? Keep them coming. Keep those questions coming. Keep them rolling. I'm not good with live videos. I'm a little nervous, but hey, you know, I'm here to. I'm an open textbook. Anything that I can share with you guys, let me know, and I'll be more than glad to share it with you. And if not, then hey, it's cool. Oh, it's a little warm out here. Hey, baby. All right, guys. So all right, guys. So hey, I ain't gonna wear out my welcome on here. I just wanted to come on and do that live and answer a few questions. This live will be posted. Um, I know a few people asked a couple of questions about trucking and everything. So hey man, I appreciate everybody for coming in, everybody speaking. I'm gonna try to start doing a live video once a week. So anybody that have any questions or anything, feel free to come in under this video right here. Come in under this live comment, send me questions or topics to talk about at russell11248 at gmail.com. That's russell11248 at gmail.com. That's my direct email. You can hit me up. Like I said, you can send me a message under the comments on any of my videos that you watch, including this one right here. Um, I hope the information that I put on is good for you guys about the transmission. Thank you for all my viewers. I had a viewer on here from Russia. I appreciate you for watching. A couple more people on here. I appreciate everybody for coming in today and watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And like I say, any questions or anything that you have, guys, just put it in the chat or send me an email and we'll talk about it. So until next time, guys, This Life with Derek, and we signing off. Peace.